What is good, lady dudes and dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today, we just got the rest of Ignition Assault's TCG, not exclusives, but import slash new cards that we're going to be getting. After the Plunder Patrol cards getting revealed yesterday, we had 7 of those, so we only had 13 cards here, but we do have them here, so we're talking about those today. Let's get into it. First up, so we don't have pictures for these, but we do have the effects for 5 new cards. We've got the first one is Annihilator Archfiend. I'm thinking this might be supposed to be Annihilator. I don't know. Dark Fiend effect monster. It's level 9, 2,000 attack, 3,000 defense. You can target 1 card you control and 1 card your opponent controls. Destroy them, and if you do, if you destroyed a face-up Fiend monster by this effect, this card gains attack equal to half the Fiend monster's attack. Original attack until the end of this turn. You can only use that effect once per turn. It doesn't get on the field. That's the main problem for me, is it's a level 9 monster that doesn't put itself on the field. So I think that could be tough. I always have problems with big monsters that if they're not in an archetype that easily puts them on the field, they have to put themselves on the field easily. This card does not do that. So it's just fine. It's just another Archfiend card. It's cool. Whatever. Next we have Guard Ghost. This is a dark zombie effect monster. It's level 4, 1800 attack, 100 defense, so it is a beater. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can target 1 monster you control. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. Okay, little protection. During the end phase, if this card is currently banished and was banished this turn, you can add this card to your hand. Again, just kind of like, it just recurs. I think this is fine. It just seems too passive, just to really do much. Like, it's fine, because, like, I guess if you're banishing... Wait, doesn't Mizuki banish? No. Mizuki banishes himself to special summon another zombie. It doesn't banish the other zombie. So this doesn't get banished off Mizuki. So, like, what does this get banished off of in zombies anyway? Because he doesn't banish himself. I don't know what he does. How zombies banish him. What the heck? Alright. I mean, I either way, I just don't think he does much. He just doesn't really do enough. Moving on, we've got Feedrand, the Winds of Mischief. Ooh. This is a Wind Dragon effect monster. It's level 3 with 1700 attack, 0 defense. 17's not bad, especially for a level 3. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 face-up monster you control. If it attacks a defense position monster this turn, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. Okay, so on summon, you can make something a piercer. During your opponent's turn, quick effect. You can target 1 other face-up monster on the field, change its battle position, then return this card to the hand. Excuse me. Oh, gosh, I just woke up. So then it can quick effect target a monster your opponent controls, or a monster on the field, change its battle position, then you bounce this card to the hand. That's okay. Again, it kind of feels like Guard Ghost. Like, this might have been like a decent card in like the GOAT era. But like now, this card really just does not do much. Like, change a battle position, then return himself to the hand. Okay. I don't know. He just seems like super mediocre to me. It just doesn't really do much. Like, he has a whole lot of a card effect text right here, but it doesn't really get you very far. Next up, we have 9 Lives Cat, an Earth Zombie Xyz effect monster. It's a rank 9. Weird. With 900 attack, 3,300 defense. What a weird stat line, too. Very, very weak offensively, but a very big booty. Takes any 2 level 9 monsters, so it is generic. Maybe generators can use it. Your opponent cannot target other monsters you control that were special summoned from the graveyard with card effects. Okay, protects, but it's only stuff from graveyard. You could attach 1 material from this card, then target a level 9 monster in your graveyard or 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it. You can only use this effect of 9 Lives Cat once per turn. This is actually interesting. I mean, this card, to me, it doesn't strike me as a very good card, but in Generator, it could be like a one-of, just cause. Like, I'm just thinking, like, maybe you're playing Orchist and they have a ding in the graveyard, and you put 2 level 9s on board. You just go into this, you revive their ding, and you get to send anything. Or you just have a generator engrave because you're playing generators, and this card just survives it without you having to go into Hela. Or maybe you didn't have access to Hela, but you did already have 2 generators on board or something, or you used a monstrosity. I don't know. I really don't know. This could be a 1 of a generator. I don't really see a ton of application outside of that, but, I think it's fine. It's a fine card. Oh, gracious. Oh, sorry. Jeez. Next up, we have Execution of the Contract. This is an equip spell. So you can reveal 1 ritual monster in your hand as cost. The equipped monster becomes the revealed monster's level until the end of the turn, even if this card leaves the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard becomes the equipped monster is tributed, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Alright, so pretty much what this does, it's supposed to like modulate the level of 1 monster on field so that you definitely do not have to tribute any more than just that monster to get a ritual summon off. So the idea is you equip it to something on the field, maybe you use like a Manju to search your ritual whatever. Then you use this on the Manju, you reveal a whatever, Herald of Perfection. Manju automatically becomes level 6 so that you do not have to worry about tributing anything else from hand. Then you tribute Manju on the field to summon your Herald, and you get a pop for it. I think it's fine. I mean, I think it's probably not worth. It's not going to be searchable. It's not going to really it's just not going to be good enough in your hand to just make it worth. But I think it is interesting. I like the pop though. The pop is really nice going second because if you get it off, you're just it does help you play a little bit going second, break into a board a little bit easier. But I think overall, it's just another card that Heralds is all gas. Heralds play so many gas cards that at the end you don't want the cards like this in your hand that just aren't getting you there. Because if you open this without a way to get the ritual and the ritual spell, you're kind of just oh, well, good thing I had this card. So yeah, it could be. I don't know. I think it's not that good. Then for the next 7 cards as the TCG exclusive are all of our Plunder Patrol cards. Whitebeard, Redbeard, Bran, Mark, Blackbeard, and then the Shipyard and Booty. Yes, I love it. They just put Booty in the name. And then we have the last 8 imports here. So we're going to have a dueling book on here. The first one is Sea Ranger Shine Black. I think the name is slightly different here. A lot of the names are going to be slightly different, but he's pretty nice. I mean, he just helps anybody who thought that the giant ballpark Goki Pole decks were kind of cool. This definitely is a huge, not a huge buff there because you already had Insect Knight, but it's nice and it feels more right because this is the guy actually designed for it, so that's pretty cool. We also have Marine Says Pascalis is a card I've been waiting for once they revealed it in their anime pack. I forgot what it was called. They had an anime pack for Link Frames there, but she's nice. She's a good Marine Cess monster for real. Because when she's normal or special summoned, you can special summon a Marine Cess from hand in defense mode. Also during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card to target a Marine Cess spell or trap engrave and add it to your hand. Obviously right now, all we really are playing is Wave, and if your opponent outs Battle Ocean, but at least for Wave, that's nice. And other than that, we're kind of waiting for more. I mean, we'll see if Konami wants to go there, actually playable spell and traps. So this card can be better, but at least the fact that it gets something out of hand, it's just an extender, like a Goblinberg for the archetype, which is pretty cool. Next up we have Link Party. This card is anime all the way. Says apply effect depending on the number of different original attributes the Link monsters on the field have. If there's 1, all Link monsters you control gain 500. If there's 2, all Link monsters your opponent control all lose 1,000 attack. If there's 3, you also gain 1,500 life points. If there's 4, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent. If there's 5, special summon a monster with 2,500 or more attack straight from the deck. And if there's 6, destroy all monsters your opponent controls with 3,000 or less attack. Yeah. This is one of those cards where you're really not going to be able to resolve too many of these, and it's just not really worth playing. But it's a fun card. It's cool. It's cheeky. All that stuff. Matching outfits kind of goes the same way. Both players reveal the top card of their decks, and if you do, and they are the same type of card, monster, spell, or trap, each player adds their cards to their hand. Otherwise, each player banishes their revealed card. So, it could be a potential nice draw for you, but your opponent's also drawing as well, and so for that, it's not worth. It's a trap, so it's slow. It's it's a 1-for-1 for you at best, and also gives your opponent one. So like that's awful. I don't see that these cards being playing, but they're cheeky. And then for the more interesting stuff, we do have Time Thief Perpetual in here. This is like Pascalis and this are like the two saviors of these, because there really aren't that great of stuff here. But Perpetual is so clean to see here. I was really worried we were going to get the what is it, 3? Yeah, the 3 new Time Thief cards in this set without Perpetua, and I was just like, what are they waiting on? What's the point? You might as well just give us Perpetua. And they did, and so good on Konami. This was awesome to see this in here. This is really nice. Time Thieves are legit going to be playable in 2 weeks, and I'm pumped. Bellcat Fighter, this is like a mediocre Link 3. When it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon a Bellcat token. It's just a 2,000 token in defense mode. Whatever, like it doesn't point any arrows down, and it gives you a token when it destroys something by battle. It's okay. Next up is Inverted Code Talker. I thought this card was in the movie. Like I thought this was one of the like cards in the movie, but maybe it wasn't. Or no, sorry, for the game, the new game that came out for the Switch. I thought this was like supposed to be one of the cards in there. Maybe it wasn't. I'm just thinking about it wrong, but it's a Link 2 that takes any 2 Cyberses, and on Link Summon you can special summon a Cybers monster from your hand to a zone he points to, which means you had already had to have linked arrows down to summon him below. He's fine, I guess. I don't know. He's fine. I don't really see him being played very much. And the last card, it's actually pretty interesting, is Lingaribo. This card also has some utility for sure. We could easily see this being played in certain decks, but it's a Link 1. He takes any level 1 or lower Cybers, or level 4 or lower Cybers monster, and when your opponent activates a trap card, quick effect, tribute this card, negate the effect, and if you do, banish that card. So it does just negate traps, which is not that bad at all. Also, if this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you contribute 1 Ad Ignister monster that was special summoned from the extra deck to special summon this card. I don't know how often you want to be tributing your Ad Ignister extra deck monsters just to get out a Link 1 Lingaribo, but to each their own. It is a trap negate in the right matchup, against Altergeist, against Subterrors, against True Draco. Maybe you do just want this card. And it's actually nice, like, any level 4 lower Cyber deck can just play this as a Link 1 that negates traps. I mean, really. Salamangreat can just be ending on this once they find out their opponent's playing Altergeist. Like all the matchups I just went over. Like once they find out, they just like turn 1 board instead of leaving like like Jaguar up on the field. Like they just go into this, and then you've got a trap negate. Like that's actually pretty clean. To me. So yeah, the real interesting ones, I guess, if you like the insect deck, Ranger Black Shine, Marine Cess Pascalis for Marine Cess is nice, Perpetua is solid, and then Lingaribo for Cyber stacks for sure. It's the most interesting stuff here, but we finally have the whole set. Definitely in the next couple of days I'm going to be doing a full review of the set, looking at the whole set as overall, but we'll see that a little later on. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. As always, let me know, out of these new cards, what are you excited about? If you think any of these imports are interesting to you, or if you just think it's a bunch of hoopla, because there's a good amount of hoopla for sure. All right, but that's going to do it for me here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and I will catch y'all in the next flippin' video.